Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. Hope you are all well and safe and having a great day. I had to upgrade to Rebelle 4 because it's now got oil brushes and I needed to try them out. Nothing else to say really. Well, I'm in Rebelle 4 and I've just done the upgrade. I'm really excited because it has got thick paint, thick oil paint, and I've just had a quick look through it and it seems to me there's like loads more watercolor brushes than were ever there before. I've not looked at the pen and ink, that looks pretty similar. The charcoal looks the same without really actually comparing them side by side, but there's definitely a lot more watercolor brushes than there were in the original. But we have got thick oil paint, but I'm not going to begin with thick oil paint. I'm going to go to thin paint, and I'm just going to choose an orange color. I've got this landscape that I thought might be nice to do, so I'm just sort of beginning. I've got the filbert brush, the first brush, and I'm just beginning to paint in the initial scene, as it were. I'm going to do it as sort of a monotone orange as a sort of a complementary colour to what I'm hoping to finish up with. Straight away, I'm working on an A4 canvas, I believe. Let's see. There we go. Press the Alt key to select a colour off the canvas. That's cool. And I've got it set to paint and mix, so it's mixing there quite nicely, which I'm digging, man. Might put that a bit higher up actually, because it's all about the reflections, this one, isn't it? Put the bridge there. I don't know if this is going to if this idea of mine is going to work. Control and space to resize, so sort of bog standard keyboard shortcuts there, which is quite nice. Makes it so much easier to get familiar with. So that's a bit lighter, I think. There we go. That will do. So that's my initial wash, and I used the thin paint because I didn't want to sort of get big brush marks showing through on this. So I'm going to take my watch off because it's scratching on the table and annoying the hell out of me. Probably annoying you as well. Let's just pop a few trees in, I suppose. Put one there. There, like that. Like that. Just gives me an idea of where I'm going with this. Put one there. There, like that. We'll put a couple jaunty one there. Right, okay, so that's my initial guidelines. This is, I'm loving this. I am loving this. I'm going to tell you at the end, you know, what my thoughts are. on the old oil painting thing, and is it worth upgrading and what have you. I'll do all that. I know we've got the tilt thing, and I suspect that this, I'm going to put the tilt right down there because I suspect this isn't going to work on oil paints. So I'm still going to just work with thin paint for a minute. I can change this blend to paint and blend as opposed to paint and mix. Oh yeah, so got a nice blending effect. Oh, I like that. Even picks up the colour from the layer below. Don't know what that does. I'm holding the control key down. We just get that. I think I'm going to have to go back to the paint and what's this called? Paint and mix. Yeah, just to. Yeah, I'm liking that. So I got the sky in pretty quick there. Get these distant hills in. I have to say, first of all, observations so far. It's really responsive. There's absolutely no lag whatsoever. It feels really really sharp. I'm hoping people are going to watch this because I have to say, when I do Rebelle videos, I don't normally get a lot of views or likes or anything. I don't know what it is. So if you watch, well, you will be watching this if you can hear me. A thumbs up would be nice. A like, same thing, isn't it? A share and all of that good stuff. This just looks so organic. I've not even come off the filbert brush yet. You can make brushes, by the way. You've got the ability to. I'll just quickly show you the brush creator. Oops, got on another window. Let me just pull it across. There's a full brush creator. I'm not going to go into that now. I'm just showing you that you can make your own brushes as well, which I did in Rebelle 3 actually. Once upon a time. I kind of love this. Going back to that mix, blending again. Love that sort of softness. I've got to get into this green, I suppose, at some point. Look at that blending. That's beautiful. And it feels so fast. What we're doing, let's just yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm saving the I like these two, the paint and mix and paint and blend. So you can access these by pressing the 2 key and the 3 key. I've not tried the paint. I think that just looks it doesn't feel quite as natural. This put these colours on and it's, to me it feels like it's responding more like traditional paint, which I'm really liking. And I can, so in the paint and blend, put a bit more pressure on, you a bit more paint being applied. I can't wait to my bridge is there, isn't it? Kind of got this field coming off there. Want a bit of yellow. Just take it up a little bit. A bit too. I'm just sort of thinking what I'm doing here, where I'm going with it. I've got this tree. Make the brush a bit smaller, I think. In the background there, like that. I just want to zoom in and see what. Oh, it looks so nice. Yeah. Putting in a little bit of foliage. How have I resisted the thick paint so long? I don't know. Yeah, put one here. I'm on the paint and blend now, by the way. Let's try this filbert too. I should really sort of. Oh yeah. See, this is why you need to try the other brushes. Look at that. Got this sort of zoom in a bit. You see the brush strokes a little bit more. Like it. If I make that brush, oh, we've got a liner. I'm going to use that liner just to. Not too far out. That should be sort of there. There we are. Am I getting too distracted in detail in one part of the painting? I think I am. I think I need to just chill out a bit, Steve. Chill out a bit. Let's get back on course. Just wanted to get a bit of that sky back in there. I thought I kind of blocked too much of it out. It's a bit better. Bit of negative painting. Painting in the sky holes. Do that over here as well, actually. Because this is on another layer, I'm not so sure I like. I'm going to just take the eraser and see what's underneath there. No. I kind of want to pick this colour up again and just pop that back in there. Well, I'd lost something. That a bit more. I'll do the twigs later. Let's just undo that. It's too thick, that one. And it wants to be brown. Yeah. So this filbert number 1 is proving to be really versatile. Liking it a lot. This tree in. About there, I think. There we go. Picking up the green. Double up. What's happening here? Why didn't that go green? I've got the brush too big. I just love the way you can sort of scumble it all together and get these lovely soft effects. I like it a lot. Do I paint when I get the thick paint? Do I create a new layer or do I work on this layer? That's the thing. What am I going to do? I kind of like this colour there. Taking shape. It's taking shape. Then we've got this. Actually, this colour's perfect for this bit of. Then what would you call it? Algae. So just. So it's just beginning to come together now. That's the thing, you know, when you paint, There's definitely an ugly stage of your painting that you've got to you have to work through. How nice it blends. Oh, it's going to be so cool for the water. What do I think to it compared to Artrage? I think until I've tried the thick paint, I should reserve judgment. I believe, but I'm liking this so much. Yes. So what other brushes have we got? Let's get a bit. Let's just try some of them just to see what sort of brush strokes we get in. That's the Filbert 3. Filbert. Oh, the flat brush. That's nice. You got that. Oh, that's going to be nice in the water. I come down here like this. Look. Put that in. And over here. Just replace my canvas a bit. That's nice for that. Let's pick some of these other colours up. Get a few strokes in for those. It all adds up to the underpainting. Adds up. Adds. Let's change the brush again. Flat, medium. I think this one is. Round. That's nice. You get some nice dry brush strokes with that one. Could be quite nice for these grasses here. Yeah. I'm trying to keep this painting nice and loose. No surprise there, is there really? I like that round. Try this one. This is a round 2. And I've got it set to paint and blend. I think that just feels so organic. Round 3. Feels a bit smaller. Round bristle. Oh, that's quite nice. I'm just thinking now, should I get into this thick paint? Are we there yet? Oops. I think I should do it. I think I should bite the bullet. Okay, thick paint. Let's do it. Right, first brush. Rough oil. A bit big. Let's just zoom in on that, see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I think the brush is a bit big. That feels so nice. Wow. Oops, I keep touching the control key to try and pick up paint colour. Let's try thick wet. I wonder what that does. Oh, that's got to come right down to the wall, hasn't it? So have I made it a bit too tall? Wow. I'm looking at all these bristles and I'm just wondering, they're all flat and airy. What does that do? Should have guessed, really. That's quite nice. This is get some sort of. I love the way it mixes. I should have probably gone with a bit bigger canvas, just so I could zoom in and see more detail. But it's sort of, it's got that where the paint's starting to go off and it pulls. I love it. You can. Thick wet. That's okay. I've just gone back to the paint and mix mode. Just allows you to get a bit more paint on before it starts to blend away. Oops. I could go back to the blending, I suppose, and just soften them up. Little brush. Just seem to be getting bogged down in detail again. Don't need to do that. Get a little bit closer. Using the thick wet brush here. Change it to the paint and blend. Look at that texture, that's awesome. Actually, I need to kind of go like that a bit. Love this softness. There. I think sometimes I get where I start to fiddle about with detail, and I need to just keep it loose like that. Look, keep it loose, Steve. And now I want to come back over here and just loosen this up, because I just felt that I got it way too, way too too much detail. Bridge. Oh, now I want the. Let's go back to the first brush. If I zoom in, you'll see the brush stroke. Look at that. Cool. I'm going to definitely keep this really nice and loose. That's looking cool for the bridge, I think. To be a bit, zoom in as much as I can. That's it. That's what I wanted. One thing I did discover, actually, if I take the airbrush and just spray over here where we've got some textured paint, look how it doesn't affect the texture. I thought that was really cool. You still got that texture there. So you could add, you know, if you want to just put a little bit of colour in with the airbrush, you could. And it's just not going to affect that texture. I do quite like that, actually. I might now I've got rid of it on the bridge, I might just give a little mistiness with the air spray. What do you think? I've seen artists do that. I've seen them get the spray cans out on their oil paints. I'm just wondering if I've got that, you know, this, let's get back to the oil brush, if it needs to be bigger and sort of get this in one. Oh, maybe not. Like that, maybe. I don't know. And then I definitely think that needs to just sort of blend in there like that. That's it. you've got to keep it. Got to keep it loose, Steve. Don't try. I like that where you get the canvas showing through there. That's nice. Very light pressure. Just blending that stuff together. It's nice. I like it. We're getting there, we're getting there. How much detail is on in that? Right, I think I'm going to get some darker colour up here. Just because. It's all about balance, really. And maybe do I want it here? I don't know. Just wondering if they're a bit. I was going to soften this bit off anyway. Like that. Are the trees too dark? I don't think so. I'll stick with it. I can make them lighter again in a bit if I want. Make the wall dark behind those trees like that, and then I can use that same colour and just put in branch there. One coming up there like that. And I know I've got a lining brush, but it just doesn't give me that thick paint, so I'm going to stick with these. Quite important to try and get these right. That's it. Better. Right, should I pretend this is dry now and then create a new layer? Oh, hang on, no, not yet. I've got to, and I think I need, if I just take blend and like, that brush a bit bigger. So I've chosen blend on here. I'm just doing a little bit of an experiment to try and get these tree reflections in. I think it needs to be paint and blend. Yeah, that's it. Just painted in these, I don't know what it is, if it's sort of just leaves that are falling into the river. This painting, by the way, was, the photograph, sorry, was one taken by a mate of mine. And he said he was kind enough to say, yeah, you can use it for a painting. And he gave me about, I don't know, a dozen photographs. And I'm going back 10 years. I've had these photographs for 10 years. And every now and again, I'll dip in there and pull one out. I've done about 4, I think. out of the 10. Every now and again I'll dip in and come out and do a painting from one of his photographs. I guess some of that water in there as well. It's tricky business. Getting the blend just right. Oops. That's too dark, isn't it? I missed a tree out here, haven't I? Needs to go in. Now I can put the reflection in. Now I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to use, I'm in acrylic brushes. What am I doing in acrylic brushes? I want to use just this filbert brush to, can we do blend modes? Yes, we can. Let's change the blend mode to multiply. I can just sort of, I wonder if I should do it with a blue. Definitely with the softener on. This is just like putting a glaze over the top, and I'm using it, as you can see, a sort of a warm blue. It just adds a little bit of mood. Like that lot. So. Looks really nice for the water. You get these nice horizontal strokes in there. Like that. Leading you in. That just sort of takes your eye into it, doesn't it? Really? Like that. And I like this sort of abstract bit down here. A bit of all done with one colour, but because you're using the multiply layer, it sort of merges the colours with what you've got underneath. That just adds a little bit. And then I can go in with one more layer and just put in a few finishing touches. So 4th layer. I could probably try this liner brush. I didn't go in with a wash or anything like that, did I? And I'm thinking maybe just well, that's a bit too excessive, isn't it? That's better. I don't know if that works. Let's have a look. Do I like it? Yeah, I can sort of. Maybe warm it up a bit. Oh man. Are they a bit bright? They are a bit too much. Let's just take them. Well, I'll tell you what I could do. I could leave them there and then just brush in a little bit of something like that. Better. I need the thick paint, I think. Let's go back to the thick paint for the finishing touches. Oh, I've got a knife. I was wondering about knives. Need to get back to this layer. Oh, just blend, I think. That's knife 1, knife 2. What does that do? Just smears that paint out. I think that's cool. I think I need to do another painting now. I hadn't even thought about. I was wondering where the knives were. I was looking for them up here, like in Artrage, but they just weren't there. So I didn't think they had any. I'm in the blue layer, the multiply layer now. Just sort of pushing that out a bit and dragging it down. That might be quite cool actually. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I wanted to come onto this top layer with a rough oil brush. Well, it doesn't have to be a rough oil brush. Flat wet, I think. Fairly small. And just sure that's the brush. Just to give it an indication of a bridge there. I think that's it. We good with that? I think so. Let's sign it. So, Rebelle 4. Is it worth upgrading? Absolutely, it is. It's got, just for the oil paint, for nothing else, it's worth upgrading for that. I've not really looked at anything else yet. I just wanted to look at the thick oils. I think it's absolutely stunning. How does it compare with, say, the competition Rebelle? Not with Artrage. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to have to. I think now this below. If you undecided what to buy, if you're thinking, should I buy Artrage or should I buy Rebelle, I would definitely say buy Rebelle, because I think the oil paint in this is better and more responsive than the oil paint in Artrage. And you know, I'm shooting myself in the foot because I'm an affiliate for Artrage. So if you was to buy Artrage off my website, you would or I would get a little bit of commission, which helps me out and all of that. But I've got to be honest, you know, I'm not, nobody's paying me to say this or anything. I'm not going to kick back. This is way more responsive than Artrage. You can appear to make the brushes much bigger. I don't know. I just think they look really. It just feels so natural to use, and I love the blending. I like the way we've got these 1, 2, 3, 5 different modes of brushes. I didn't even look at the dirty brush. I don't know what that does. So yeah, and then you've got the watercolor engine, which is, you know, Artrage isn't even the same league. So choosing between those two, I would go with Rebelle, Corel Painter. Now people are gonna, you know, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, saying this, but Corel Painter, I've got Corel Painter 20, but I would still buy this because Corel Painter to me is really bloated and there's loads of learning curves. With this, you just open it up, you've got that oil paint and you're straight in there. I think the only contender with this in the future, unless of course, because Artrage haven't done an upgrade in an age, you know, they really need to think about upgrading. But the only app I think that's sort of up there with this at the minute, because they are doing so much development, is Critter, and that's obviously free. So you know, you got to think about that as well. But for me, I'm really impressed with this upgrade. I feel like you're getting something for your money. You know, you really are. So yeah, well worth it. And if you haven't, you know, if you're thinking of buying it for the first time, you're into painting with you know, sort of emulating traditional media, it's got it all. It's got it all. When I say it's got it all, I will reserve reservation about the pastels, and I know that Critter, their new charcoal brushes, are gonna take a hell of a lot of beating. But for the oil paint, at the minute, this is the one for me. So I think I've gone on enough raving about it. I really like it a lot, and this is going to be awesome for portraits as well. Can't wait to have a little go at that. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more videos in Rebelle, because as I say, usually it doesn't get a lot of I don't get a lot of people viewing the videos when I do Rebelle for some reason, and I'd like to do more. I really would. Anyway, that's it. I'm signing off now, and I want to thank you all for staying with me till the very end. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always, much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I've got lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So don't forget, everybody, stay safe, stay sane, and keep painting. Bye.